Now that the Nintendo NX is revealed as the Nintendo Switch, we gotta look at some games. Let's break down what titles will be available at launch. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and don't forget to hit that like button. The Nintendo Switch will launch in March, probably March 4th, because the Zelda Amiibo leak, remember? Anyway, what titles will we be able to play then? The obvious one is, of course, Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, this is the first game they showed during the reveal. It's their pillar title of this system, and it has been in development for so long. I still think that the game is just done at this point, but Nintendo is holding it back to launch it with the Nintendo Switch. I totally believe that this game will launch alongside the system in March, and it might launch later on Wii U because of my theory. Check out a video about that I put in the description below. Other titles that will be available at launch are probably the third-party games that were not confirmed just yet. I mean, why show Skyrim in a fucking Nintendo Switch trailer if it's not coming to the platform? I would even go that far to say that that's false advertising. So yes, Bethesda said that they're going to support the system and Skyrim will be their title. Since it will release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One soon, I think this version will launch on Nintendo Switch at launch as well. Same goes for NBA 2K17. The game is already out, so yes, it will probably be a launch game for the Nintendo Switch. Then the Nintendo titles that are already out and had a presence in the trailer: Mario Kart 8 with new content such as King Boo will probably be available at launch. The Nintendo Switch will probably receive a new Mario Kart game as well, just like any other Nintendo system. So to have Mario Kart 8 at launch makes sense, because otherwise the gap will maybe not be that big between the Wii U port and the new game. Nintendo is probably hard at work on a new Splatoon game, but first the original Splatoon that released on Nintendo Wii U in 2015 will get a new life and probably some new content as well. Since it was a big part of the trailer, I think we will also see this at launch. And yet again, if they will release a new game in, let's say, 2018, they probably want the Wii U version for Switch out as soon as possible. There will probably be more Wii U ports coming to the system. I mean, only like 11 million played those games, and it looks like the ton of people that skipped the Wii U are now interested in the Switch. So it makes sense. Another port that has been rumored, and this is part of the Splatoon and Zelda NX rumor before they were announced, was Smash Bros. And I totally see this happening. The game is already playable on a handheld as well, so it makes sense, and it will be another cool game to have with you on the Switch. Will it be a launch title? Well, probably not. I think they would have showed it in the trailer if that was the case. And they don't want to release all their titles at once. Having a Zelda, Splatoon, Mario Kart game is already super good. If you do a Skyrim and an NBA 2K game and some other games that I will talk about soon in the mix as well, you have a pretty good launch lineup. You also want titles that people can look forward to, and I don't see a new Smash Bros game anytime soon, so they can release it later without having to worry about a gap between the port and a new game. By the way, I said Zelda, Splatoon and Mario Kart at the launch as Nintendo games. Yes, I don't believe that the Mario 3D game will be in the cards just yet, but I will talk about that soon. Before the NX was announced as the Nintendo Switch, we already knew some games that are coming to the system. Games that will already be released on other platforms, so will probably hit the Nintendo Switch at launch. For example, Just Dance 2017 will for once launch in 2017 because of the Nintendo Switch. Skylanders Imaginators is coming to the platform, so will also be a launch game if I would guess. Dragon Quest X could also be a launch game in Japan though, because it's still not coming to the West as far as we know. Well, that's about it for the first party games right now. We will probably see some Ubisoft new IPs as well, because they will always release a new game on new platforms, especially for Nintendo consoles. If you look at Red Steel and some U, and they already said that they will support the Nintendo Switch with a bunch of games, so we can look forward to those. So why no new Mario game at launch? Well, probably because they want to hold something back and have a big hit in holiday 2017, when Microsoft is going to launch the Scorpio and Sony will release big games like Detroit and maybe God of War. That would be really cool. A new 3D Mario game is the perfect competition. Show it at E3 2016, get everyone hyped, and released in November. I can also see a new Pokemon game in December or November too. They did this yearly Pokemon game thing for a long time. Then they took a year break to make Sun and Moon. That looks finally different. So now they are probably on a good path again. So they can probably release these Pokemon RPG games every year again. I still believe that the new Pokemon game will also release on the 3DS to have some guaranteed sales, because yeah, that's just a huge install base. But they might have a Switch version as well. That would be smart, I think. Then last but not least are mobile games. DNA is on the list for Nintendo Switch partners, and they are of course making the Nintendo mobile games. With this system being a portable unit as well and having a touchscreen as many report, it's totally likely that Super Mario Run will also be on the Nintendo Switch. Maybe only playable on the handheld and not on the TV, but on the other hand, the mobile phone screens are just incredible in terms of pixels, so it should be possible. I think Super Mario Run will be on the Nintendo Switch at launch. So if we run it down again, we got Splatoon, we got Zelda Breath of the Wild, we got the NBA 2K17, we got Skyrim, we got Mario Kart 8, we got Just Dance, we got Skylanders, and probably some Ubisoft titles as well, and maybe some titles that we will see later. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. What launch games do you want to see? I also want to know that. Like the video if you did, subscribe for way more Nintendo Switch videos, and I will speak to you next time.